Hello, welcome to Cosmic Love Tarot. The download that I've received from the Pleiadians I feel is very important. I don't completely understand it. If anybody out there can, if you can relate to anybody that listens to this video, please comment below, because I feel that as a collective it's about helping each other out. I don't know exactly what it is, but somebody might do. The energies I'm feeling right now is really enhanced, and I do really feel that as a part of the collective, a lot of us will be feeling this energy. You will be getting a lot of insights to different things that's going on in the world, and I feel it's from this knowledge that the divine is sending you is also for you to work differently with the collective, because it's also showing you what's going on within you, within the shadow self too, of the fear-based program, I'm going to call it. It's all intended, and I do feel quite nervous about all this, because I normally work alone and I don't share this on videos at all, but I am going to, because I'm pushed to. So, after my last reading, I decided to do another meditation just to clear away the last reading. And but I was still in the energy, and what happened was, when I got into the energy, straight away I felt someone who was already crossed over into spirit, who came forward. And so of course I thought, well, this is just going to be really just for one specific person. As the reading went on and the downloads, the channeled messages that I received, it seems to me that we are all playing a part in this particular person. And this particular person is very significant in a number of ways, which I will explain. I don't necessarily need to use my cards because this is all channeled messages. So, I will describe the man. The man is, I would say that he would have been quite tallish and slim built. What I saw, what he showed me, he was doubled over. He had a bent back. He's got grey, straight hair, cut short. Thinnish face. To me, he would look quite fragile, what he showed me. Fragile, delicate, really. An old gentleman. And the energy that I felt, that he always wore a coat. He always wore a jacket. I felt that when he passed, he was a great grandfather. He could be a great-great-grandfather, but I felt like more of a great-grandfather when he passed away. This particular gentleman showed me his walking stick. His walking stick was very significant to him. I don't know why, but what he gave me was a walnut wood walking stick, adjustable walking stick. And I don't know nothing at all about walking sticks, and I certainly don't know anything at all about what kind of wood. So I had to Google it to find out, does a walnut wood, is it made as a walking stick? And yes, it is. And I actually seen exactly what I saw in my vision. And what he was showing me, that this walking stick was very special to him. I feel that his son brought it him, I feel. He had sons and daughters, big family, and he lived on a farm. Now this walking stick, this walnut wood, it's dark wood, and it was adjustable. So you can adjust it to your height. And I felt that when it was given to him, it was given to him in good good humour. It was given to him because there's something wrong with his backbone. He showed me that prior to the problems with his back, he had a problem with his right hip, which affected his knee. So it affected the way he walked. So when he had this stick given to him, it was adjustable. That would cater for his disability, I'm going to say, because he also had, I'm not good with the word to it because I'm not medically minded, but he had something wrong with his backbone. And what I saw was a lump on his left shoulder blade. But I felt like his backbone was kind of slightly bent. And so at some point, he was going to be bent over. When I saw him, he was bent over, and so his walking stick would be adjusted down a bit more. That's why he kept showing me the stick, and it was very, very important, this particular stick, and I don't know why. The only thing I could think of with the stick itself was I would see this stick as like, you would wave your stick up in the air if you was telling somebody off or to get in line or to behave themselves, you know, if the kids was unruly. So maybe he was fairly strict and thorough and precise is the word I got. But at the same time, it's also showing me it's helping him to balance. And we're in Libra full moon, which is all about balance. So I knew that he was going to be playing a significant part in whatever the reading was. So I first checked out the walking stick, and then that rang true to what I saw. And then the most mind-blowing thing happened. I had a download from Pleiadians, and I had to write things down. Yeah, I had to write this down about the Pleiadians being the star system, which of course we know is the Seven Sisters. And the Pleiadians, they are more into horticulture, and which I'd already knew this, and they came with a seed. This is what the human race was all about, with one seed, and to plant that seed. And that seed was very, very important for humanity, and that's why they are called the Pleiadian starseed. So for all starseed light workers, if this resonates with you in any way, even if you've had some kind of download similar to mine, please comment below. What I got from the Pleiadians is something that is happening right now in our present moment, and the Pleiadians are here for the collective to assist us in humanity, like I said, and it's through the process of our spiritual transformation. It's to bring in our light and our love, the Holy Grail, which I've already mentioned. These two cards were from the last reading, but I felt like I should still keep them. Of light, love and creativity, and that is what we're doing. We're being very creative in our imagination and manifesting. So I'm just checking, make sure it's still recording. Now then, let's just go back to this man, because I was aware that the Pleiadians was working with me on this. So I just want to go back to this man, and this is where it really blew my mind. Like I said in my last video, that as a collective, we are drawn. It doesn't matter whatever you're looking at, even if you're looking at something outside of yourself. We are in a spiritual war. So you are manifesting whatever you are focusing on. So always remember that. You have to be balanced. You have to use your discernment on every single thing you look at. Now, every single thing that I get led to, they're always something that's very significant to whatever download I'm receiving. And I don't even know what I started looking up at first, actually. What started it? While I was still with this man, and this man, who, like I said, wore a jacket, so he was very much a gentleman, but he worked on the farm, and he really old school. Yeah, really old school. That's that's the energy I picked up from him, and I felt like he had sons and daughters. And then what happened was then I had this download that he came from Kansas. Kansas, is it? I had to write it down. North Dakota. Now, I am from the UK. I don't know anything really about the USA. I've got a lot of friends on Facebook that is from the USA, but I don't know. I don't know anything about anything really that of people in the UK. Sorry, USA. Now, I don't know what made me Google it. I don't even know how I worded it into Google, because there was something significant about this man that I needed to check. And this man, the first thing that came up, so I can't remember right now what I put in. The first person that came up, this is just absolutely blown my mind. The first person that came up, his name was Thomas D. Campbell. And he was the biggest wheat king in a 3D physical reality. Now, Thomas D. Campbell owned a lot of farmlands in, I just got to calm down a bit, I'm a little bit nervous. A lot of farmlands in, I did write it down, just bear with me for a moment. He's got a lot of farmlands in Kansas, North Dakota, and Florida and New Mexico. Now, as I was checking him out, and I did put on my phone, wait a minute, let's get my phone. I wanted to read a little bit about him because I needed to see what he looked like. I know what he looked like, but I didn't know if it was the right person that I'm actually picking up. And so I read about Thomas D. Campbell was the world's wheat king. On the farms of his Campbell Farming Corporation, he grew more wheat than any other farmer or corporation. He pioneered industrialized corporate farming as a consultant in horticulture. He advised British, French and Soviet governments, including advising Sterling in 1929 on large-scale farming for the Soviet Union's first 5-year plan. He served in the US military in World War II and developed the napalm firebomb used in the Pacific Theatre. He became a brigadier general in the Air Force in 1946. Now then, this freaked me out a little bit. And so I read that. I thought, right, okay, I still need to check. I still need to check if this is the same guy that I saw. And it is. It definitely was the man, and that is the man. I don't know if you can see him. Hold on. That is the man that I saw. Okay. So that confirmed it for me, that this is who I got. Now I'm thinking, hold on a minute, so why has this man come to me? What is the significance of this powerful man then? Why has he come to me? Now then, what I got, that Bill Gates has brought the lands, brought all of his land off his sons. 2,000 or 20, I think it was 2,100 acres in the River Valley area. Now, what he was growing is potatoes, okay, and he's got a big, massive business, the Campbells have, and what Bill Gates has done, he's he brought this farmland, and it was legally approved of for him to buy it. He brought this land for, hold on now, where is it? I've got so much paperwork here. I did have it written down. I don't know where that paper's gone. It must be still on my book. Hold on. No. I think my bit of anxiety is making me go a little bit, oh, because this kind of is completely, I've kind of done this on my own always, but I'm actually talking about it and I don't know how to reorganise myself as I'm actually doing it. So, right, okay. So, what I found out about him, what I found out about Thomas D. Campbell, his parents originally come from Scotland. And the energy that I was picking up, it was about the potato famine. And I knew that went on in Ireland. I'm sure it went also in Scotland. So when his parents came over as a settler to the USA, they brought a cabin and they started farming wheat. And they were very, very successful and very wealthy from it. And for some reason, he came to me to show me something, and I still can't piece it together right now. But for what I can make out now, that Bill Gates brought it for so many £1 million. How much? I did write it down, but I can't find it. It was absolutely crazy how much it was. I don't know where that piece has gone. For millions of pounds he brought it. And what the plan was is for him to buy all the farmlands and then lease it back out to the farmers. I briefly remembered that last year. I've briefly seen a little bit about it where the farmers was getting angry about it. I read a little bit into the family of the farm, and the sons had said that they do struggle to get workers on the land. For some reason, I didn't kind of believe that. But at the same time, he was also saying that they've got a lot of, it's all done kind of like with computers and machinery. So they don't need as many humans to work off the land. Now, as I'm going then into Bill Gates, and why did Bill Gates then buy all this land, and why am I having this download, and why has this particular person come to me? What is the full reason of this? And I still do not know. And for what it's showing me that Bill Gates had only just recently, once he bought the farmland, he'd only just recently brought, he'd invested in genetic meat and leather. And prior to him buying the farmlands off the Campbells farms, the son was in was part of the university potato breeders, and also scientists was also involved in that. So there was a lot of experimenting on the potatoes, and because of the weather. And so in each part of the USA, they would, when they would sow their seeds for the potatoes, and when they will grow and they need to be harvested, and it'll all depend on the weather. Now, we all know that the weather are manipulated anyway. So, but I just wanted to know, well, why would Bill Gates buy all this farmland that grows potatoes and is well known for these potatoes worldwide? And I started looking a little bit deeper. Well, what does potatoes do? I mean, I don't know. What do they do besides cooking potatoes? And potatoes are made for different reasons. Even, you know, moonshine was made from potatoes when we went into a recession in the 1920s. And so vodka is made, alcohol is made. Strangely enough, Bill Gates has just brought Eigenen, what's it called? The beer, lager beer, Heineken, and Coca-Cola. And I think it's all to do with the sugar content, anything that's to do with potato. This is the feeling I'm picking up from it. But the fear that I kind of, not fear would be the wrong word, but I kind of like felt that the napalm atom bomb came to my mind. Now, at the moment, I'm not picking up, I can pick up the fear of it, because anything like that can fear anybody, but at the same time, I'm not completely, I feel that there's something more to that, because Thomas D. Campbell was classed as the wheat king, and the wheat king to me is the Pleiadians, because the Pleiadians was also horticulture, which is to do with humanity. So I feel that there's an energy between the two of the light and the dark that's going on here, where it's to do with our food supply and our drink supply. Bill Gates has also brought certain areas about water and food, of course, all sorts of stuff, and a lot of us know this. So I didn't know exactly, well, why has he come forward? So what is the point of Thomas Campbell coming to me? What is it that I'm meant to be doing or saying? So I thought, well, I'm going to let's see what the Pleiadians, what do the Pleiadians want to say to the collective about what's actually going on right now in our 3D, where it's to do with our food and our water. What is happening? Okay. Because there seems to be a really strong connection, and I really do feel that Thomas Campbell is either a starseed or may, because he was very wealthy, they were very successful, and I just not sure. I'm not sure what asking the Pleiadians, what do you want to show us about the Wheat King? The Wheat King. What do you want to tell us about the Wheat King? And I'm not calling Bill Gates the Wheat King, but basically he's going to be the Wheat King, because he's going to own it all. He's the top, the very top of the chain of owning farmlands in the USA. Okay, so he's going to be in complete control of our food supply worldwide and drinking resources worldwide. I'm going to split this. Thank you. New Earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. New Earth, new 5D consciousness. Okay. Again, this is to do with the win-win outcome of the forecast, and I really feel that it's about not looking at it from a fear base of what's happening. It is all to do with control, but at the same time, it's also saving resources as well, because there is weather manipulation, and that also affects our food and our survival. So there's one side of that where it's being protected, or their assets is being protected. I'm talking about the elites, the deep state. Whilst at the same time, the energy I'm picking up, and a lot of us was aware of different things going into our water and our food supply. But what I'm picking up, yeah, we already knew this. It's to close down the pineal gland and the crown, God consciousness, and that's the energy I'm picking up. But why it's in a bit of a conflict with me is because the farms itself seems to be thriving through technology and not through hard labour, is what I've got. I think it used to be hard labour. Okay, let's see what else. The great serving, Mars, and oh wow, God, this is what I got. Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. Right, okay. Mars energy is also Aries, and we are in the energy of Aries, which is going to ignite the Libra full moon, because it's air and fire. Okay, this is why I'm still in this energy. Now, Mars, I did get the very first time when I was first going into searching who this man is, and then finding a connection with Bill Gates, who brought the farms and leased it back to the sons. Now, the first thing I got was actually Mars, and I didn't pick up on it. And what I did get was it's being stored. Food is being stored in the Dumb's tunnels. It's being stored and sent to Mars. Okay. So you've got anger and conflict that's going to go on with this. But it's a softening to love. It's about acceptance. It's things that's completely out of our control. He owns everything, and they know what's happening, really happening in the world. We've just got to concentrate on ourselves and what's going on within us, because it all plays a part. What you eat, what you drink. And it's about keeping your pineal gland, your third eye opened, and your crown. And it's about also protecting yourself from any negative energies or entities, let's say. It's about keeping your awareness open, because what they wanted was a complete constant flow of death and rebirth, of death and reincarnation into slavery. And the more that you transcend into a higher consciousness, you break that chain. You naturally break that chain. And so I don't know why Thomas Campbell actually has appeared to me. It could be because of the stick. The stick was very, very significant. The stick as in to be in line, or to find balance, to find a win-win outcome. I'm still kind of not sure there. So what is it that Campbell wants to tell me? Is it Campbell want to tell me? What does he want to tell me? What does he want to tell the collective? What does he want to tell the collective? I don't know why these cards never jump out when I'm actually live on video. Never mind. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you come in on. Time is not running out. Oh my God, that's wonderful. Time is not running out. Everything is happening how it's meant to happen. Can you see different timelines? We're all on different timelines. Every one of me is on a different timeline. Every one of you is on a different timeline. And it's connecting all the dots, joining everything all together, and passing all this information on to every timeline. But time is not running out. There is no time anyway. And to trust the wave that you come in on. So we are going through a major shift, a really big major shift of consciousness that the Galactic Federation, Pleiadians, is working with us to help us to transcend. Baby steps, action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So, well, I'm following my intuition by giving you this now. It doesn't make sense to me, but I'm just giving it. So if anybody else is receiving anything like this, please write below, because it's helping all of us as a collective to understand the bigger picture. Forge, don't follow. Wow, that went with the other reading. We're all leaders. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Be the leader you wish you had. Oh, beautiful. And I'm sorry. Defensiveness. Righting past wrongs and uprooting. This is all to do with weighing the scales between the heart and the feather. It's seeing the truth. That we've all been lost. We've all been hurting. And when it really, really boils down to one God consciousness, what is there to fear? We are here for a reason, and Mother Earth is the heart base to the solar system. And we are, within our DNA, we are alien source energy anyway, and we've come here to feel emotion. And we are blocked by all sorts of medication anyway to suppress emotions. And once you start to release these emotions, which is like this really, I'm sorry. When you start to release emotions into the shadow self, you are releasing suppressed belief systems.